Rob Hatch Miller and Puloma Basu. Basu, excuse me. We're here at the Montclair Film Festival. And also joining us on this very, very special occasion. Hi! What's your name?
Her name's Leela, but she doesn't know how to say it.
Leela. Hi! Leela, you are not the first... Well, you are like the first toddler. Is she over 1?
Yes, year and a half.
So because she can walk. I bet she has a couple of words.
She says shoe.
Leela,
she
hi.
says, oh no.
Oh no.
She says thank you. She says the number 2, but no other numbers.
2. Oh, okay, 2 is my favorite. 1 is the loneliest number.
2 is slightly less lonely, but
right.
More lonely than any other number besides 1.
She's a beauty.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's a beauty.
She's been on a whirlwind tour of film festivals.
I have one too. One of those things. Hi.
Let's let her wander off, and we'll see if she survives or not.
Okay. There you go. That's the only way. You have to let them go at some point.
It's walkabout.
But maybe in 20 years. Yeah, my son's turning 15 this week.
Wow.
15. It's a marvelous roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just an incredible experience. So congratulations. And Leela's sibling is called Other Music. Your other baby. Correct? Yeah. This is amazing. I just kind of had the time, and I was like, I remember Other Music. I used to go there. I'm going to go check out your doc. Not expecting. I was really impressed. I mean, not to say that I, didn't think it was going to be not good, but I just, it was like it was really entertaining, and it didn't make you feel bad that Other Music's gone, and this is just sort of a wave goodbye or something. This feels very much alive and celebrating more than just the store, but a spirit around what the store represented and the people that ran it and a part of New York,
Yeah, we really wanted to try and make it a universal story, because we felt like there have been some other films about record stores, but there hasn't been like anything that I would consider definitive,
Mm-hmm.
Even like the Tower Records film is like, has good,
All Things Must Pass.
It's a good film. It's interesting. I wouldn't say it's like, this is the record store doc to end all record store docs. So we thought,
let's do that one.
We thought, hey, why not try to be ambitious?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of felt like I remember growing up and going to Tower. I mean, I was already probably a young adult when it showed up there, but I remember that being, a great place to go for many years before Other Music showed up. Everybody there was really, really, really understood music and had a deep, sense. And there were certainly some people there. They were all snobs at that place for sure.
Just very specifically genred snobs, I think.
Yeah. But still going was very exciting and discovering lots of... So I had a very positive feeling about Tower Records, at least, for most of the time, and it was sad to see it go, but it was great that... she wants to eat
She wants to
the
tell
red.
us her opinion on Tower Records, which
But she
ceased to exist years before she was conceived.
See, it's also...
Adam has the red mic tip on his nose right now for people who are listening and not watching us on video.
I was hoping to impress your daughter, but... Yeah, so but it was great to have other... Yeah, and I always wondered, how does that work? But then when you get to know other... if you had the opportunity and you lived in New York City and ventured to that store, that was a whole other experience altogether. So, and that's kind of what the story is about. It's the people that work there and the regular customers shared something wholly different than those that, let's say, went to a Tower Records or, of course, the Virgin Megastores and HMVs and all those other bigger...
Yeah, it was really a community...
label-oriented records.
I think it was really a parallel place to Kim's Video, which is another amazing, place for cinephiles in New York, and one of the all-time great video stores.
There's actually a documentary being made about that place too.
Oh yeah, are you guys making it?
No, we're not.
I didn't think so.
No, we don't know much about it. Although we've heard it
hasn't been done.
It's in production.
But there wasn't one earlier.
No,
it's never nothing about Kim's.
I guess I'm just remembering that big article that was out, and what was it? Was it the Times?
Yeah, I think it was
some years
the
ago.
New York Times.
Yeah, about Mr. Kim and about that whole Italian connection.
Exactly, and I think the doc is going to, from what we've heard, is going to feature, mainly the story of them giving their collection away to this Italian
the mogul or something,
institution or something. And then I think it's kind of just sat dormant. It was supposed to be turned into a museum, and that's never really happened.
Okay.
But I don't know the whole story.
I was surprised. I didn't realize that Other Music, again, the store that was on East 4th Street right? It was East 4.
Yeah.
Just in the shadow, perfectly worded, of Tower Records, or their annex anyway, in the back, on... Right, which was on Lafayette, I guess.
Tower had 3 stores, right?
And video.
There was the primary store that was on Broadway, and then on the Lafayette side of the street there was
the annex,
and then there was a video store.
Right, for a while.
On the other side of the strerit.
That's right. And there was a bookstore above the video store for a while.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I just remember Tower Books. I remember going up there.
It was huge.
Yeah. In their heyday, right? Everybody was right on the cusp of this time, and then it all just seemed like it disappeared overnight.
It was quick.
It was really fast.
They did have about a month or 2 of sales. I remember people from Other Music actually found some pretty cool vinyl over there for steep markdowns, because they just kind of started taking things out of the warehouse in the basement, and some interesting things turned up.
I'm sure. End. So go back a step, because we got a little bit distracted about the Kim's video, the which was on St. Mark's. No, but there were a few Kim's videos, but I guess I was thinking of maybe the flagship or something. But the people from there started Other Music.
Yeah,
their employees there wanted to start their own store.
Exactly. Kim's video was actually started in a very bizarre way. It was young man Kim, the owner, actually owned a laundromat business.
Right.
The story goes that he wasn't even really that interested in film or video, but some customer of his somehow convinced him that New York needed an esoteric video rental store. So the customer sort of helped him find some employees and built this collection. I think at first they were even just renting videos out of a laundromat, and eventually the video business took over the laundry business. And after the store was established as a video store, Mr. Kim got the idea that, well, I'm doing so well selling esoteric or renting esoteric films, maybe I can also sell esoteric music. So he hired a guy named Jeff Gibson, who worked for Dutch East India record label distribution company, and had been at Used Kids Records in, where was that, in Michigan?
I thought it was like Schoolhouse.
Anyway, he was an old school record store guy, worked in distribution. He hired this guy, Jeff Gibson, to start a music section at Kim's Video. And he brought on 2 other employees, Josh and Chris. And after a few years, they were doing really well. It was becoming a super popular kind of destination for music lovers in New York City. And they realized, well, we'd be better off owning our own place and not just sort of being for hire for this guy, Mr. Kim. So they just kind of left somewhat abruptly. I think they signed a lease on the space that became Other Music while they were all still working at Kim's, sort of secretly planning their rival shop.
And how long was the store operating?
It was around for 21 years.
Wow. And the film, which you meet all the proprietors as well as the employees, it's and a number of regular customers or dedicated customers, as well as, let's say, professional musicians who also were customers as well. And it's a lot of testimonials, essentially, as well as really getting deeper into these guys and what made them tick, I guess. And it's a reflection also, I think, of just the loss of certain things with the advent of digital technology and the smartphone and that type of, right, that was blowing up, obviously, at that time.
Yeah, and I think, again, for us, there was a deliberate effort on our part to make the film less a treatise on what's wrong with the digital culture and more just show people what was special about person to person, human interaction. And we love going to video stores, and we love going to record stores, and we love going to movie theaters and film festivals.
Discovery, the idea of discovering something new, or meeting somebody new that shared something, that you could share something, has been largely lost. But I'd say you're right. Go ahead. The film is very even-handed and in that way, and I think you would have walked out more pessimistic or sad if you did rely on what was lost. I mean, the biggest loss, of course, in the film is the store.
Yeah,
and that community.
It's about some guys who are contending with their, chosen profession not being something that is really needed in the world anymore in the same way that it was. You know, they don't...
Or, not appreciated enough. It's certainly not maybe the most practical for, you know, what the world is looking like. But is it needed? I would argue that it is needed. You know, that's what's the biggest frustration for me is, like, I see that people are desperate for places like that, whether they know it or not. But you know, that's why a film festival like Maryland feels like such a relief to come to, because, you know, you can go into that lounge and just have that experience. They had another music where you're maybe meeting new people, maybe running into old friends you see maybe once in a while, and you share this passion together.
Yeah, and maybe somebody
and
says,
it's artistic,
I just saw a great
by the way.
Film. Check.
Yeah.
You have to see this film that I just saw.
Well, yeah, it was really a cultural hub more than a place that, you know, people just went to buy records. You know, I actually,
more
most
than just
of the
retail.
time, most of the time I went, I didn't even buy anything. I was just there to see what was going on in the city, like where are the good parties, where are the good shows, and you know, people would be like, I just saw this awesome play, or I just saw this awesome movie, you know, and it really was just a place where people just talked.
Yeah. It's a celebration. Go see other music. It's currently in the festival circuit. However, I'm sure you guys are already trying to figure out the next steps for it.
Yeah, we still don't have distribution, but our sales agents are optimistic, and so are we.
So am I.
Yeah.
That's why we're talking today, because I want to get behind this film. It's important, and it's a good film.
Cool,
and it's
thanks so much.
Terribly entertaining, I should add.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leela. Rob.
Leela, thanks for being
Paloma for stopping by the
She didn't run away and go out into the street or anything while we were talking.
No, she thinks it's fun to run down the hallway and then be chased, you know?
I still think that's fun, so I wouldn't shave, for God's sake. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.